Hello, wrestling fans! This is Sean's View Entertainment, the most dedicated and prolific WWE news source on the web. Subscribe now for hourly WWE breaking news, hard-hitting rumors, and more. And don't forget to smash that bell for notifications, comment, and share. Are you a true wrestling fanatic? Become a channel member right now to show your support and send us super thanks in the comment section today.
If you are a fan of the WWE, if you are a fan of organic popularity, and if you are a fan of LA Knight, you should be absolutely furious, mad, sad, conflicted, and really questioning the WWE at this stage of the game. What we witnessed on SmackDown, viewers, was not just a wrestling match. It was not just a tournament final. It was a statement. It was a message sent directly from WWE headquarters, signed by Triple H, delivered to LA Knight and every single fan who chants, yeah. And that message was quite frankly simple. Know your place. LA Knight, the man who dragged himself from the bottom of the card, from absolute dismal, the man who defied terrible booking for 2 years to become the biggest merchandise seller in the company today, tapped out clean in the middle of the ring last night on SmackDown. He didn't pass out. He didn't get screwed. He frantically slapped on the mat and quit. Today, we are not just reviewing a match, viewers. We are conducting an autopsy on the main event push of one LA Knight and all the backstage rumors, news, and headlines that goes into this very report. We are going to go deep into the creative sabotage, the undeniable pattern of cooling off hot talent, and the massive glaring issue at the center of it all, the Triple H problem, the Triple H issue. This is going to be a hard reality check for anyone who thinks that Papa H era is perfect, because you're going to want to buckle up for this one. I can assure you of that right now. Remember to click the bell, subscribe, hype up the video, and it's so important to become a channel member today and donate. Donate below. We need your donations more than ever before. A super thanks donation in the comment section by using your credit card. The anatomy of the burial. Let's start with the immediate crime scene. SmackDown, the tournament final against Gunther. Now, I know what some apologists will say. Oh, Gunther is a beast. There's no shame in losing to Gunther. And in a vacuum, you are right. Gunther is absolutely incredible. He's undeniable. But context is everything in professional wrestling. WWE has spent decades teaching us the psychology of the finish. How you lose matters almost as much as if you lose. Again, how you lose matters almost as much as if you lose. Top tier main event babyfaces, the guys who carry the company, almost never tap out. When they lose, it takes an act of God. It takes interference. It takes a weapon shot. It takes a referee being knocked down. If you are in a submission, they don't tap. They pass out. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin against Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13, passing out is heroic. It means your body gave up before your heart did. Tapping out means I quit. The pain is too much. I am inferior to you. By booking LA Knight to tap out clean, Triple H made a conscious creative choice to present LA Knight as inferior. It's a visual that sticks in the middle of the casual audience. It tells them when the chips are down against the real top guys, this guy folds. Can't get the job done. There were a dozen ways to protect LA Knight in that loss last night on SmackDown. They chose the way that did the most damage to his character's aura of being a tough, resilient fighter. And you have to ask yourself, why choose that specific finish for your second most popular star in the WWE today, tomorrow, the past, the present, the future? Now, I understand there are some people that don't like LA Knight, but that's very rare. It's few and far between the people that don't like LA Knight, all right? And there were a lot of people that did not like what we saw last night. Again, we all knew Gunther was going to win. We all predicted Gunther was going to win, but not in that way. Not in that way. If this was a one-time thing, maybe we could overlook it. Maybe we could just say it was to make Gunther look like a monster for John Cena. But this was not an isolated incident. This is the climax of a 2-year pattern of creative sabotage for LA Knight. Let's be real about LA Knight's run. He has gotten over in spite of WWE creative, not because of it. Remember when he first came up, Max Dupree, the leader of Maximum Man Models, it was a gimmick dead on arrival. It was designed to fail. But he broke out. He reverted to LA Knight. He was given everything. He was given nothing to work with. And he turned straw into gold on the microphone every single week. Viewers, fans, and subscribers. The fans forced the issue. The pops got too loud to ignore. The t-shirt sales went through the roof. And what did Triple H and Creative do with that lightning in a bottle? They tried to put a cork in it. They tried to stop it. They tried to mute it. Think about Money in the Bank. The entire arena, the entire internet wanted Knight to win. It was the perfect moment. But again, they gave it to Damian Priest. Think about his United States Championship run. He finally got a belt. And what happens? He barely defends it on TV. He gets stuck in repetitive feuds. The title felt secondary when they booked it as secondary. Again, the title, the U.S. title, felt secondary because they booked it as secondary. They treat LA Knight like a break glass in case of emergency star. Yeah, break glass in case of an emergency star. They use him to pop a rating. They use him to sell merch. But when it comes time to write the history books, in the main event, his name is never on the page. He is the most valuable utility player that they have, but they refuse to treat him like an MVP, which, again, is just horrible, tragic, and sad. The root of LA Knight's booking problems isn't bad luck. It isn't timing. It's Triple H. Hunter has done a lot of good things since taking over. The shows are more coherent. The long-term storytelling is better. But Triple H has a very specific type. He has a vision of what pro wrestling should be and has an ego about his own creations. He loves the work rate guys. He loves the guys he handpicked at NXT's Black and Gold. He loves the guys who play along with his cinema style of 20-minute soliloquies in the ring. Your Seth Rollinses, your Gunther's, your Damian Priest. These are your Triple H guys. LA Knight is not apparently a Triple H guy, especially after what we saw and what we got on SmackDown last night. LA Knight is an outlier. He's an Attitude Era throwback. He doesn't need 20-minute matches. He needs 3 minutes on a microphone to captivate an arena. I mean, let me tell you how bad this was last night. This was going to be in comparison to if Stone Cold Steve Austin would have tapped out, okay? You know, it's really something like that. And again, I know Austin as a heel, as a bad guy, tapped out, but never as a face, never as a good guy did Stone Cold Steve Austin. I am just trying to let you see just how urgent and how emergency this is and just how critical this is to LA Knight in his career. Look at how they resisted pushing Daniel Bryan. Look at how they cooled off Rusev when Rusev Day got huge. It feels like Triple H is looking at the crowd reactions, hearing the deafening pops, and for Knight, and his ego is saying, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I planned. I know better than them. By booking LA Knight to tap out, it feels like a punishment. It feels like Triple H trying to humble the fans. He is trying to tell you, calm down. He's just a mid-carder. Stop trying to make him the guy. There is a disconnect between the booker and the audience. Triple H is writing for the critics who love technical masterpieces. He is ignoring the paying customers who just want to yell, yeah. The breaking point in the future. So where do we go from here? Because this feels like a breaking point. If you are LA Knight sitting backstage after SmackDown, how do you feel? You have done everything asked of you. You have carried segments. You have sold out arenas. You have made multiple millions of dollars in merchandise. And your reward is to go out and get humiliated, your character on national television, to put over someone else's storyline again. Gunther did not need this. Gunther did not. Listen, Gunther has already been at the top of the mountain. He's already been the main event of WrestleMania. Gunther has been heavily featured. Again, world champion, intercontinental championship, record reigns, record runs. Why couldn't you have just given it to LA Knight? You know, there's a lot of people that are under the assumption that this could lead to a boycott. This could lead to people not buying tickets, not watching your shows, ratings collapsing, Netflix going down with your Monday Night Raws, your SmackDowns. I mean, this is about as vile. This is about as vile as you can get viewers, fans, and subscribers. It is a tragedy because right now WWE is telling LA Knight he has hit the ceiling. They are telling him that no matter how popular he gets, he will never be the guy in Triple H's regime. And it's a tragedy because guys like LA Knight, guys who can connect with a crowd on this level purely through charisma, comes around once in a generation. WWE has lightning in their hands. It might have been at the end of LA Knight's belief. It might have been the end of LA Knight's belief that he can ever truly reach the top in the company. Am I reading too much into this? Was this just a bad night at the office, or do you agree that Triple H is actively sabotaging LA Knight because he doesn't fit the vision? Speaking of the Vision, maybe that's what LA Knight should have been in. Maybe LA Knight should have been a part of the Vision, the part of Logan Paul and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. Maybe LA Knight should go in the Vision. Maybe then he'll get a push. Maybe then he'll get a rub. Maybe then LA Knight will be elevated. Now, again, there's been rumor and gossip and speculation, viewers, that following SmackDown last night, again, this is unconfirmed, that there may have been some sort of an expose, a secret audio leaked burial planned for LA Knight. We all know Triple H and that shovel. We all know Triple H and how he utilizes that shovel, viewers. And there could have been, there may have been, according to gossip and hearsay online, some kind of disagreement, some kind of argument between LA Knight and Triple H as it concerns the creative, as it concerns the setup, as it concerns the entire way that this was going to be booked and planned. Now, this might be on WWE Unreal or WWE Untold or whatever that thing they do on Netflix is. That would be definitely fascinating and intriguing. There's been rumor and speculation that LA Knight has quit, that LA Knight wants to walk out, that LA Knight has had enough. And can you blame him? Can you blame LA Knight? LA Knight, again, got over on his own values, his own beliefs. He got over authentically, okay? And when you get over authentically in the WWE, they don't usually see that as the thing. You know, you naturally got over. And that's just a testament to LA Knight and what he stands for and what LA Knight brings to the table. And any day, people would pick an LA Knight over a Gunther. Yeah, Gunther may be a better wrestler, but you know what? It's not just about wrestling. It's about entertaining. It's about getting over on the mic. It's about getting your point across. It's about connection. And LA Knight has all those things and much more. And it's not even a reach, guys. It is not even a reach. And again, LA Knight, was the burial already in place? Was this always going to be the plan? Was LA Knight never in the crosshairs? LA Knight never in development. LA Knight was never going to grow. It was always going to be premature for LA Knight. This is obviously a devastating loss. Probably one of the biggest devastating things since when Stone Cold Steve Austin had to retire due to multiple health issues with his neck, or even Daniel Bryan or Paige or Edge having to retire early. Although they all did return, they all did come back, but still, this is as bad, this is as sad as it gets, viewers, fans, and subscribers. I can assure you of that right now. The writing is on the wall. The rise and fall of LA Knight DVD is on the way, you would have to assume. Well, there is some good news. Tony Khan passed on CW TV deal for ROH to show loyalty to WBD. Tony Khan addresses AEW's future after Netflix's $82.7 billion WBD takeover. And guys, it has finally happened. It has finally went down. Mercedes Moné loses first championship at ROH Final Battle. She finally took a loss. She finally went down. She finally was looking up at the lights. Mercedes Moné has lost one of her 1,000 titles. Finally. It took forever, but it happened. It materialized. Is this going to be the downward spiral of Mercedes Moné? Will she begin losing belts week by week by week? Santino Marella orders a steel cage match after getting dropped by NXT's Stacks at TNA's Final Revolution. Mercedes Moné explodes after fan claims her downfall has begun following ROH title loss. Again, Mercedes Moné explodes after fan claims her downfall has begun. Also, Nick Khan says that WWE wow, this is not too good. WWE opinions. Again, Nick Khan went on record saying that WWE fan opinions don't matter to him. He has made it clear that he is not losing sleep over what others say about him online, and it doesn't even bother him. Also, John Cena reacts to final match announcement against Gunther for Saturday night's main event, the main attraction. The Righteous break silence after their surprise debut in TNA. Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions on all of that. Guys, it's all going to unfold right before your very eyes. Sean's Entertainment is going to give it to you, and we're going to give it to you good. Audio leaks. Will we get it? Will we see it? Or is it just hearsay, angles? Or is it all part of a master plan? Is it all part of an angle? Is it all part of a storyline, viewers? You just never, ever know how this is going to go. But if we hear it, if we see it, We will bring it up. We will talk about it. We will intensify it here on SeanzViewEnt, because as you know, if it weren't for you, there would be no SeanzView. We keep you glued to your screens because that's what it means to me. Plenty more to come. Stay subscribed, click the bell, and never miss one show on the unapologetic, brash, and brazen.